Question in life. What I should do now?
Disinfect.
Huh?
Disinfect.
See, the main question that comes to our life is that had I known earlier, had I known earlier, this is the biggest question in front of us. Had I known earlier, had somebody told me earlier, correct? I would have taken different decision. Example, correct? If somebody had told you when you walked into the college, the main college is that one. MBA college is about 1 kilometer down this road. You would have taken a PG somewhere near, right? What happened to you immediately when you talked to me on that day? Had I known earlier, I would have taken a different decision. Did not occur to you? So, in your career of MBA for the next 2 years, so many things will come to your mind that had I known earlier, I would have done a different thing. They have told me after the event. They did not tell us before, like the holiday. You are waiting for a simple holiday. Had I known earlier, I would have done something. Or I assumed something and went away and took a decision. Now you are reverting back to this. So, is not this question very important? Had I known, within quotes. Clear? So, the main purpose of this orientation, come business perspective class is to caution you right now. Don't tell somebody that had I known I would have done something 2 years back. Now I am going to discuss what you should know upfront, beforehand, so that you don't come back after 2 years and tell, sir, had I known it, I would have done it. Because time is one resource, as we discussed yesterday. Won't come back to you. Correct? There is only one-way arrow for time. First, second, third month, no, only one arrow. Will it ever come back? It's like shooting an arrow. Once you leave the arrow, it goes forward. It will never cut. Only time is where arrow. Clear? So be cautious of every minute, every hour you spend here. In fact, this tendency of holidays is good till your undergraduate courses. Okay? At PG level, holidays are not really your cup of tea. Clear? You should go beyond holidays. Because every hour, don't think that all the jobs in Bangalore are meant for only this 37 students. Is there any guarantee all the jobs in Bangalore will be given to only these 37 students? Apart from you, there are hundreds and thousands of graduates coming out in 2015. They will be fighting, there will be cutthroat competition because who knows what will be the status of economy after 2 years. Correct? Don't think your job competition is only amongst you 25. Don't forget the big picture that other thousands and thousands, lakhs of student MBAs will be passing along with you. And the real green jobs are very limited. Then you will stand in a footpath. Agree? So, go ahead. Okay. Break free from your past routines. Is the message clear? So, whenever you raise a question, please think the consequences. Like no, unless you know the consequences. So, in the process, we have lost 30 minutes. So, we have to go make up 30 minutes because time is lunch. we wanted to see what will happen in 2015, correct? That's called perspective view on the future trends. Because we are studying business perspectives. The title itself is a very important, you should bear it in mind. It's called business perspective. It's a view of the business. When you go to hill stations, no, there will be something called a viewpoint. Have you noticed? When you go across when you are riding into the hill station, at some places they will say stop here and have a view. No? It's a vantage point. A vantage point is a point from where you can see the total scenario of the hill station. So like that, perspective is a view. If you want to be successful as a businessman, you should know how to sit at what point I should sit. If I come here and see at this point of time, no, the whole class will see different. I will get the full, including the chair. I can notice, correct? But when you are too nearer to the problem, I lose track of what is happening. So the view changes according to your position. Clear? It's called vantage point. You should be at a place which is called vantage. V-A-N-T-A-G. Okay? So vantage point of view you should know. Okay, I am doing this job. At what point I should see the whole picture. Okay? So this is the message. After 2 years, I want all of you to remember. What is that? Short-term thinking is the enemy of long-term investment success. If you are always talking about today, next class, tomorrow, holiday, correct? It's all short-term thinking. It's the enemy of long-term thinking. As I told you, 15 years education is over for you. Additional 2 years of luxury is needed. It's a luxury for you. So these 2 years are very critical for you because you have to understand that come out of short-term thinking. That's why I took so much of pain and effort to develop a big picture concept. It's not so easy. In life you don't get big picture very quickly. People who are successful in life get a big picture as early as possible. I told you the story of Bill Gates, correct? Even when he was a student, he knew what is available for him after 30 years. Try to inculcate that habit of developing big picture today itself, because not much of time is lost, correct, as of now. Still you have in your account, still you have 365 days into 2. So many days are still with you. Every hour, your account comes down. Clear? So this is the evergreen objective for any business in the world you take. These problems are permanent for every business. So when you are looking at a business perspective, these problems are your permanent problem at any point of time. What are the permanent problems? Of any business. That's why I put evergreen problems. What is that first one? Quest for higher productivity. Every company wants to see that it gives profit to the investor. Are you happy if I give you 5% interest? No. Because the bank will give you 5%, 6% interest for money you give, correct? Savings bank account. Instead of spending this 5-6 lakhs in MBA, your father could have deposited in a bank 6 lakhs. He could have earned 6% interest without any work. You also could have been at home. Because bank will give you 6% interest. But are you happy with that? You cannot even buy a bicycle nowadays. Correct? A good bicycle will cost 30,000 nowadays. Agree? So you don't want 5% investment. So you want 25% investment. What you do? Increase productivity. That means what? Cut down the cost, increase the revenue. What is the principle? Wherever you go, businessman is asking, cut down the cost, increase the revenue. Clear? So that's the number one problem. Creation of work standards. Creation of work standards. Because any large organization will be having huge manpower. It will be like, Infosys is having some 150,000 employees. Imagine the task of C&MD of Infosys. He has to standardize, no? Otherwise each one can he keep on paying money as per the looking into the face or whimsically. He needs some standard working hours, standard production, standard lines of code written by each at different levels. The type of revenue they have generated. Correct? Unless he has a measure, how he can promote? Agree? So, next biggest challenge for business is create work standards. Each company, your own company also, for you work standard is what? Your timetable. In the college, but you should have a timetable outside the college. You are all bothered about timetable inside the college. But what about a timetable outside the college? How much of time you are investing for what activity? Is that activity giving me the return on investment? You have a timetable outside the college? Hardly any. Correct? You don't have. Because you are not trained for that. That's the pity. Yeah? So better have a much more rigorous timetable outside the class than inside the class. Clear? That 75% will not help you. There should be 100% oriented, correct? Outside the class. Because this is Bangalore University, 75%. Am I clear? So standardization is very important. Finally, professionalism of management. What is professionalism? Who is called a professional? Some courses are classified, professional and non-professional. What is the difference?
Who's expertised in that?
Some are good, some are bad. Huh? I can't understand. You are the proper. Do the work here. Okay. Because I don't have the time actually like you people have, I've got a time management. Let me cut short much of the discussions because I'm not seeing much of responses properly coming to us. Okay, let us go ahead. A professional is a person who works with constraints. A professional is a person who works with constraints. For example, in a circus, you see somebody juggling the balls, correct? He's a professional magician. He practices day in, day out. He will throw 6 balls into the air and keep catching. How? Because it's a constraint, no? For you people, even keeping 2 balls is a problem. You can keep 6 balls in the air. How? He is a professional. That's why he earns money, correct? Example, a doctor is a professional because you're going with a problem, disease, so he's supposed to solve it. So MBA is supposed to be a professional, still not a good course. MBA is not a good course even today. There is no rigorous syllabus, there is no rigorous evaluation. Every Tom, Dick and Harry can become an MBA because entry is through BA, BCom, BSc, BE, doctor, dentist. Anybody can enter. Can you enter MBBS course just like that? Can you become MD without doing MBBS? So MBA is still not a professional course, but organizations are striving to hire MBAs, you people, because they feel management should be. So if you want to become a professional, the organization should hire you because you can solve problems within constraints. What are the biggest constraint for the business? Low sales, correct? Sales always goes down, correct? So you should know how to increase sales. Cost always goes up. You should know how to bring down, correct? Inflation is always there, no? So professionalism. Formal management training. Companies spend huge amount of money in training and development. It's called Organizational Development Department, OD. Because competitors are always poaching on you. If you don't take care of the quality improvement in your staff, your team will not work. Am I clear? That's why Indian cricket team, we have coach, correct? Football. The coach is more important than the player in football. Are you aware? The coach, you can see the game, no? How the coach will be moving about. The captain will be simply kicking the ball and doing whatever feels to him. But it's the coach who will be walking around like a tiger, correct? See the football match?
Yes, sir.
Why? The coach. So coaching is very important. You people should be at a higher level than your subordinates to coach them. Please remember the triangle I showed you first day, correct? You should be better than your subordinate. Then only subordinate will give respect to you. Otherwise, why he should give respect to you? You can't get power and authority by designation. Clear? You have to perform. Finally, functional organization. You go to any organization, there will be different departments, correct? One man cannot do all the work in any organization because it's specialized. There is a finance department, there is a marketing department, there is a production department, correct? So, how do you organize the departments? How do you hire people? What is the job description? How do you promote the people? So these are all the challenges, evergreen challenges for any company. Are you clear now? These problems should be addressed by MBA. That's why you are studying these, no? Every semester, six subjects. So totally about 24 subjects will be covered by you, including a project work. So this 24 subject and a project work is supposed to help you to solve this evergreen. Now you know why you have to study the 24 subjects. Clear? The first chunk is only 6 subjects given to you in the first semester. In that business perspective is the king of all subjects. If you do well in business perspective, automatically you will know the subjects. Clear? Like an all-rounder. If you are good in business perspective, you will be an all-rounder. Fine? So this is the principle which I have compiled by my 30-35 years of work experience of studying. This is my statement. Somehow I have taken from my experience and put together a statement. What is the statement? World is a system of holistic, continuous process. Can you stop life? Of course not. Can you stop sun and moon moving? Whether you like it or not, it is going to happen. Correct? So world is a system of holistic, continuous process. So is life, man and management. This is a philosophical statement, but I am giving it to you right now. Okay? Holistic means interrelatedness. Each one is interrelated. You can't be away from your family, correct? You are away from the family. Again, in the evening, you have to get back to your family. Family management is also very important. Is it not so? How do you manage your family is also important to you at the end of the day. Correct? Because you have to get back to family. Interrelatedness is important. It is like a thread holding the number of beads passing through the center of each of them. If you see the thread, no, the bead. It is the thread that holds all the. What is the thread that is holding all the business? Processes. Each company will have a process. Coca-Cola will have a process, correct? Toyota car manufacturer, there's a process. So what is the principle behind that issue? Okay, we are here to understand the principles behind the practice. I told you in the first class itself, correct? No bead can be separated in the chain, because once you cut a bead, the chain will. Which is the strongest link in a chain? You all have seen a chain, no? Which is the strongest link? Which determines the strength of the chain? The weakest link. Correct? It is the weakest link that determines the strength of the chain, correct? Suppose a chain is there, all the links are strong, one link is weak. What happens if they pull? It is the first, the weak link will break, and the whole chain will break. Correct? So if you are weak in finance and good in HR marketing, no use. Clear? So if you want to become a manager, you should be strong in all the facets of management. It is intertwined in nature of time. Today's course has the roots of yesterday and fruits of tomorrow. What you are today is because of 15 years of study and another 35 to 40 years of your work. Correct? For most of you, this is the final course. MBA is the final because they are a master's course. Next course is only PhD. How many of you are going PhD? Correct? You will stop, most of you. So from here, you have to make a journey of another 40 years. That means you are 2013 plus 40, how much?
53.
What you are investing now should give you a return till 2000?
53.
What will be your age at that point of time?
62. 62.
Supposed to be retirement age, correct? So, this is the last leg for you to prepare for next. So, are you getting the seriousness of your course? Yeah? This is the purpose. They are inseparable in the state of living. This is the principle, is cosmic and universal. So, this is my philosophy. I am looking back my 30 years of work experience and telling you upfront so that after 35 years, when you stand as a professor of management, provided you become a professor, you will be telling your students after 35 years, this is what I learned from Professor Vishnu. Can I expect that? Yeah. So that is where you have to take value from your faculty, not attendance, okay, marks, class mark. Each of the faculty has put in so much of work experience. I told you, no, tacit knowledge, explicit knowledge. Correct? Explicit knowledge is given in the books, but tacit knowledge is not given. So the faculty, what you should do to get from the faculty is their experience and their, correct? That's where big institutions are. Clear? You understood the principle? So I am going to skip all these things because somebody has wasted 30 minutes of my time. This is the price you are paying, okay? Now, what is in future after your MBA, this MBA? This is the current state of affairs happening throughout the world. All the organizations are migrating towards enterprise resource planning, ERP. Have you heard? Enterprise resource planning. SAP, you know, no? Oracle, companies. Have you heard? SAP and
SAP
all.
ಏನು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ?
Have you heard? So they are
Source
your
accounting.
future employers. If you know how to study the various processes in any organization, how to automate the process, because you have to standardize the process, correct? Only when you standardize you can automate. That's why accounting is first automated in any company, because it will be standardized. They go by rules, correct? They don't go by decision. So the future is where in enterprise resource planning. So right now you focus on how to become a domain expert for an enterprise resource planning consultant. So yeah, your package will start at 15,000, 15 lakh, 20 lakh. So right now you should focus on enterprise resource planning, how to become a consultant for SAP or Oracle or something like that. You need not be a code writer, please understand. Don't get confused by coding and ERP. It's more of process knowledge and domain and business knowledge that. So these are the various departments, correct? You know, HR, production, plant maintenance, sales. All of this has got processes and sub-processes. You should know all that. That's all we are going to study in 24 subjects in MBA. Right? Next. Another important developing area. These are all developing areas. That's called supply chain management. Have you heard? Supply chain management. This is one evolving area where you should focus your effort for the next 2 years. How to become a supply chain consultant. Okay? Next, customer relationship management, CRM. This is what is happening currently in all the organizations. There's applications like Oracle, Siebel. Have you heard of Siebel? SABL, Siebel. Have you heard? Customer relationship management. Okay? So, these are your future. So, right now, whatever you are studying, you should fix somewhere with SAP, supply chain management, customer relationship management. This is one picture of customer relationship management. What do we do in customer relationship? It's a technology and domain marketing combination. So, you know, Salesforce, SAP Salesforce, telemarketing, telesales, customer service, self-service. Self-service is your web, no? You can go to web and buy, correct? You don't need a salesman to sell. Flipkart, correct? You do everything yourself. No salesman is there. So that's called self-service. Okay? So all the interactions happens there and comes to a main computer here. Central computer. Again your profile. This is where MBA is required. Customer interaction applications. Here. Customer interaction appliances, customer analysis applications. This is where you should aim at. Oh, this is called data mining. Okay? MBAs are required to do the data mining and coming out with the patterns so that you can know, predict the future behavior of the customer. So consumer behavior is the top end, customer insight development is the prime area for any future. What is that? Developing customer insight. Yeah, that you should do analytically. Clear? So this is where you should aim at. This is not the end. There is something not yet thought of. That's called what? Patents. Okay? Intellectual property rights. IPR, have you heard? Intellectual property rights. So whatever you do, you can customize and keep it as your own proprietary product and make money out of it. It's called patents and intellectual. Even a tagline, if you are able to put a good tagline, no? My ass, made with love. If you are a contributor for Made with Love, you can make crores of rupees. because you are giving a tagline for that shop. Correct? Nike, just do it. Correct? So one who is find that will be a millionaire. That is intellectual property. Clear? So this is where you can make money, not by going to work, working from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Clear? Amen. So apart from all these things, the future is very, very bright for a brainy person. Within quotes, hard working plus brains. Clear? So finally, you are all going to write something called a business plan. Have you heard of a business plan? Every business should start with a written down business plan, a project proposal. So when you want to meet the banker, investor for your company, because you are going to be managers, no? Without money, no business can run. Correct? You have to get money. If somebody has to lend you money, he will ask hundreds of critical questions. Who is your customer? First question. How many products can you sell? What is your profitability? If I lend you money, how quickly you will repay me back? Correct, I will say. Correct? This is what is happening. Your task will be to make a business plan. Okay? It has got various parts. HR plan, marketing plan, finance plan, including giving a name for the business. That itself is a big business. Giving a name for a business itself is a big business. Okay? There are companies which specialize in giving names to the company. Okay? So, finally, having done all these studies, you might have a great idea. I want to start some big, Google type of company, or like, iPhone type of company, or very big dreams. I am talking about big dreams. Clear? Not small shop. Mobile shop, you have to dream world level. Okay? If you are dreaming like that, then this is my caution to all of you. Wait a second. If you have got a great idea, wait a second and check yourself whether you have the basics properly. Because without having basics, if you jump in, you are going to fall and break your limbs. Correct? You have a safety net. So this is a safety net. What I am telling you today is a safety net for all of you, so that you work on these things before you take a decision what to do. Clear? Well, if you are looking for some practical advice about how to turn your ideas into reality, that's called entrepreneurship. I told you now. Entrepreneurship. Check all these things first. You are fit, whether you can become a entrepreneur. Strength of your business idea. Okay? Place to look for financing. Who can finance your further adventure? For this MBA adventure, your fathers and mothers are financing, correct? After the MBA, who will finance? Right now you should know. Clear? Finance. Finding a market niche. Marketing strategy, that's what you are going to study in marketing. Okay? What are the strategies for marketing? Distribution strategies. Distribution, no? How do you? Channel management, very important. There is no use in only producing. You should know where to sell, correct? McDonald's, worldwide they are selling products, correct? It's called through franchisee system. Similarly, in India we have got a startup called Goli, correct? Vada Pav, Goli Vada Pav. He is making in Bombay the ingredients and sending to Bangalore. He is adopting a franchisee model. Clear? So, you should know how to develop your distribution. Legal and financial. We are all bound by the law of the country, correct? law of the land is very important. Customs, excise, sales tax, VAT, all these things you should know. That's what you're going to study. Clear? You can't break the law because the government has fixed the law. That is what we are going to study in our business perspective. Government control. How the government is controlling your business. Clear? You should be aware right now. Don't neglect that. So, having done all these things, you can write the business plan. There are two ways, business plan and a plan for your business. Be clear about it. Business plan is a written document. Plan for business is your own idea. Be clear. You should have both business plan as well as plan for your business. Right now you should have a plan. How do you get distinction in MBA? Plan right now. Which subject, how much of marks, how can I get 80%? Yeah, plan. So this is my caution or a checklist for all of you. I told you long before, MBA and non-MBA difference, correct? What is the difference? You should talk in numbers. Non-MBA will talk in vague ideas. MBA is supposed to talk in numbers. This is a famous quote by Kelvin, Lord Kelvin. Okay? Unless you talk in numbers, nobody will believe you. That's why MBAs are required. Be careful. If you can't say anything clearly, means you don't understand yourself. I have told you about ethics. Again and again I am telling you ethics. Correct? Don't cheat. If you cheat, you are part. So that I am coming to the final slide. Again I am coming to if you want to have a good cozy life in a college, maintain this principle. What is that? Cooperation. Don't get into any issues with anyone amongst your friends. Basically your friends. Okay? Treat them as your partners for your future plan. Don't get into problem with the faculty. Don't get into problem with administration. See that your journey is clear. So, having done all these things, problem is who is going to push you? Correct? So, somebody has to push you into that, no? Every one of you are reluctant. You have great plans, but you don't know how to drive yourself. Correct? So please, we are going to push all of you. So don't take it negative. Take it in a positive way. Whenever we put a condition, it is for submit the assignment on a particular day. Means for your benefit. Because when you go to the workplace, nobody will give you a chance. Correct? He will be waiting for you to fail. So that he can check you out. Correct? So, we are going to push you so that you can all
Get it to
that's what our dream is. So that when you are pushed, only you will start flying and enjoying your career. Yeah. So finally, this video I am going to upload in YouTube. So October 2015, again you are going to watch this video and try to see how well you have traveled this journey. Promise? Okay? So finally what I am telling is that well makers lead water through canal system. No, river is flowing somewhere else. Through canals you will get the water to your fields. Correct? You have irrigation system. So many things are happening in and around Bangalore. You should know where the things are flowing. How do you bring it to your plot of tree? Clear? Fletcher's bend the arrow. What is Fletcher's bending the arrow? Have you heard Fletcher's? If you see an arrow, no? There are small projections at the tail of the arrow, correct? that will give the arrow a direction for it to go and fall in some place. It controls. If you can't say, if I want to shoot you directly, from a short distance I can shoot you direct, correct? If I'm at a very far, what I should do? I should aim a bit higher than where you are, so that the bullet or the arrow will go, correct? It won't go straight, correct? It will fall in. So you should know where you have to target, where you have to aim. Target and aim will be different at the long term. So be like a fletcher. And then carpenter will spend a log of wood. A log of wood is given, the carpenter makes you a fine furniture, correct? You're all like a log of wood for us. Some raw material given. So you should help us to make you fine furniture. Yeah. So it's all in your hand. Unless you subject to yourself, pushing yourself, you don't get the best. Am I clear? So wise people fashion themselves. This is a word from Pad. Okay. Dharmapada, which is a very important saying from Buddha. Okay. This is told 2000 years back. Not today. 2000. Buddha told this. Clear? 2000 years back itself they have realized. It's wise people who fashion themselves. What you want to be in future is in your hands. Am I clear now? Don't blame anyone else for your future. Clear? So, wise people fashion themselves. It is told 2000 years back. So with that, our orientation for this particular session. Thank you for all your cooperation. Okay? So, next class, come prepared for our business perspective. Full-fledged. Okay? Thank you.